Yeah, anywhere. London, New York, China.
Before we let you go, what is that fighter that you want to face? What's that one name? Is it Tyson Fury? Is it Anthony Joshua? Deontay Wilder? Usyk? What's that one person that you want to be
如果
fighting?
必须只能选一个人的话，你下一步想跟谁打？
Tyson Fury in China.
I've got one last question for you. What's the KTV song of choice?
KTV 去唱歌，你还唱什么歌？今天？
Yo, what's good, family? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy. Big buff dude, Wesley Andres is coming through and boosting the coin up 100%. So, we just heard there from Big Bang Zhang. I wouldn't call it a call out, but listen, man, I can't speak a lick of any other language. So, anyone speaking any other language, you have to salute it. End of the day, he wants Fury, but who doesn't? Yeah, Joyce wanted Fury. Usyk wanted Fury. Usyk's got 3 belts and wanted Fury. I mean, who was it? Might have been Don Spenny. Someone was saying the other day that imagine a big pay-per-view in China. You only need, well, China's what? 15 times bigger than the UK. So you only need, then again, they're probably like 10 times poorer. So I don't know, but anyway, someone was gassing it up that it could be big in China. I think Joyce versus Zhang. I mean, from what I'm understanding, Joyce is activating the rematch clause, which really he has to do. Because what's he going to do? I mean, unless there's some sort of clause in there which allows him to take a warm-up fight first. I'm talking quick as well, like back-to-back, like 3 months, 4 months from now. I don't see, where does Joe go from here? He has to get back to the mandatory position. That's where, in fact, interim champion position. That's the only play. He can beat Zhang. Yeah, Hrgovic got beat by Zhang, but Hrgovic didn't look as bad as Joe. I mean, I'm sorry, man. Joe's trainer's whack, man. Joe's trainer's whack. Bottom line, one of the worst trainers ever for southpaws. I've got videos coming soon. My man Joyce's trainer. They weren't. I'm hearing people telling me, oh, for the next camp we're going to bring some, I don't know this, I haven't confirmed this yet, but I'm hearing that Joe didn't even have southpaw sparring. Like, it's mad. Proper mad. Like, all the pads they were doing was orthodox. And then someone said the other day, I think it was, that's it, Sam Jones, who's much closer to Joe, obviously, used to work with him, used to manage him for 6 years. He said, oh, for the next camp we just need to bring this southpaw guy in. I thought, did you not do that? You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, but Joe just needs to get this good southpaw in. I thought, why didn't you start with that? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was really weird. And I gotta be honest, again, I got videos coming soon, but the guy even said, some guy said, is it Richie Woodall? I'm not sure what the guy's name, but some guy said that it looked as if, I think many people have said, it looked as if Joe had never seen a southpaw in his life. And I gotta be honest, he looked kind of similar against Usyk 20 years ago. Yeah, when Joyce and Usyk fought 20 years ago in the WBSS, Joe looked like he'd never seen a southpaw before. Dong. I mean, Joe gets caught with right hands anyway, orthodox, but the southpaw element seems to really open him up. And it's basic things, basic defense, basic things that the top fighters do well. Joe doesn't do well. Zhang was doing it well. I've got videos coming later down the line. I've told Joe this, I've showed Joe this as well. Zhang, I mean, look at the guy. Zhang don't have a scratcher in his face. There's a reason for that. The same way, I mean, fair play, he's got a bit here, but yeah, he's got a few, okay. He's got a scratcher in his face, but you'd hope so. Joe was doing the most work. Zhang was really just sitting back and popping in the left hand. That's all I saw him do the whole night. And really, guess what? Having a few bruises on the top of your nelly is not the end of the world. That's the point. If anything, if you can get your guard to eyebrow level, you're laughing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not ideal to be hit anywhere, but really, thinking about it now, when you watch Canelo and Bivol, look at Canelo's face. In fact, Canelo often has marks on the top of his head. What does this mean? When you have a lot of marks around the top of your head, and not around the eyes, and not around your chops, and not around the cheekbones, this implies that you're getting your hands up so high. Do you understand? Joe's problem is, And I've been saying this for years. I've been telling Joe this for a while. His hands, his default position is here. Dong, dong, dong. No good. Your hands, all your hands are doing here are protecting your body. Your head's wide open. And that's what we saw. Dong, dong, dong. Anyway, I've digressed. Back to the point. Zhang called out Fury. It's not going to happen. Yeah, again, Fury wouldn't even fight midget Usyk, who's a southpaw, who's tiny, who's got 3 belts. Do you understand? He ain't fighting Zhang. Unless the Chinese government steps in and goes mad. Do you know what I mean? Like proper one of them ones. That's what, if I was Zhang now, never mind calling out Fury, I'd be on the, I don't know. These days, you can't pressure any government to do anything. But still, we know China and we know they have a lot of kind of pride and whatever else. For the Chinese government, putting up 100 mil for Fury's chicken feed. You know what I mean? Or any government, any top government, 100 mil chicken feed. I mean, the Saudis don't even have a cat in the race, and they're putting that kind of money up. China's got that kind of money to float around. It's not every year you have a heavyweight guy like Zhang. In fact, they've never had one. So that's what I'll be. If I was Zhang, I'll be pitching it that way. If I was Zhang's management, I'll be on the blower to the PBOC. Hey man, listen, your guy just, let's be real here, people. I got my hands are in the air. I was telling you 2 days ago that Joe Joyce would walk through Fury and Joe Joyce would walk through Usyk. I still think it's possible. I think Joe Joyce, with a Canelo-style defense, walks through them all, but it's like if my nan had a big twang between her legs. It'd be my granddad, wouldn't it? That's the point Joe Joyce finds himself. Joe, yeah? Are you a nan with a twang, or are you just a nan with a fanny? That's all we need to know. Because right now, you're a nan with a fanny. Yeah? No good for nothing, in that sense. Yeah? We need you to change. We must change. You've been getting it too long with straight shots. No more. Must change. Anyway, the point I'm making is, 2 days ago I was telling you Joe Joyce walked through Fury and Usyk, and that was a popular opinion as well, by the way. Other people were saying the same. Zhang just walked through Joe Joyce. So, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, was Joe on his best night? No, he came in too light. He looked flat, but still, like Joe hasn't made no excuses. I ain't gonna make no excuses. It's what it is. Would I like to see Zhang fight Fury? I would. I think Zhang's a harder fight than Puddin. Ruiz. For what it's worth. Ruiz, his feet, Zhang's feet aren't the quickest, but at least Zhang has the size. Ruiz is so small and his feet are so slow. Fury, he'll look as bad as, to be fair, it won't be as bad as Fury versus Chisora, but it won't be far off. Again, we've seen AJ box circles around Ruiz. Fury can do the same. I'm sure of it. So anyway, the Ruiz fight, I don't want to see that. I'd rather see Zhang. Why? Zhang has done something Ruiz ain't done. Ruiz didn't punch up Joe Joyce. And I've got to be honest with you, Joe Joyce looked like he was about to go at some points. I've never seen Joe look like he was doing he was doing a crib walk. Yeah, Joe Joyce was crib walking at certain points in that fight. I told him it was tragic to watch. I've been broken for the last few days, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've never been broken from a sporting event before. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like, I proper had hope. I thought this was the guy. I still think it is the guy. If I could have a go on any guy, yeah, training them, it'd be Joe, in terms of potential. Usyk's too small, and Usyk's already got it all down kind of thing. Joe has the biggest room for improvement. But anyway, Zhang should get the Fury fight. Over Ruiz, over Wilder. What's Wilder done? Wilder hasn't stopped Joe Joyce. Would Wilder stop Joe Joyce? I don't know. If Joe's eating that many right hands, a week ago I'd have told you no way, but you can't take that many right hands from anyone. Bottom line. And if Zhang had you on your, do you know what I mean? I can see Wilder. Joe's so open for the straight hand. I can see Wilder getting a few off, and do you know what I mean? Wilder's quick, to be fair to him. Anyway, Zhang is more worthy. Don't get me wrong, I want Joe Joyce to get his get back in the rematch clause. But outside of that, Zhang is the most worthy. He's beat Hrgovic, popped Hrgovic's cherry, had Joe Joyce out on his feet at some points, it looked like, and popped Joe's eye. Zhang's the most deserving heavyweight, full stop. I think Zhang's more deserving than Usyk for what it's worth. Oops. Why? Usyk didn't stop AJ. Usyk didn't pop AJ's cherry. Didn't even put him down. Usyk hasn't done what Zhang's done at heavyweight. What's Fury done at heavyweight? Okay, he went life and death with Klitschko and ran around the ring for 12 rounds. Then he went in there with Wilder, who ain't never beaten no one himself. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe Fury's as willing or as deserving as Zhang, but Zhang's the guy, man, right now, in terms of what he's actually done. Not what he's talked about, not what he's waffled about, what he's actually done. Big underdog, away from home. Do you know what I mean? These things can add in there. He pulled up on a 20-hour flight from China and got in there and handled his business. Back to back with Hrgovic. You have to salute that. He deserves it. PBOC, get the coins out. That's the only way Fury can do it. PBOC need to step in and say, listen man, $100 million is chicken fee for us. We don't want to hold US government bonds anyway. Sell some US government bonds, get 100 mil and put it up for Fury. And if nothing else, you get to punk Fury. Hey Fury, we got a $100 million check and your back end's still flapped. That's what I'll be saying from Team Zhang. Honestly, I don't know who manages these guys. Where's Zhang's manager? I'll be in the video right now, airing everyone out. And that's the problem. I've got a video coming soon. From what I understand, Zhang is now being promoted by Frank Warren. Again, conflict of interest. Frank Warren, just like he had Joyce. Just like Frank Warren had Joyce in there with Zhang. Made no sense. You best believe it. Zhang is going to be in there with Joe again, and then some other crazy fight that makes no sense. It'll probably be something like Zhang versus the winner of Wardley and Fraser Clark, or Zhang versus Jared Anderson. Yeah? I got a feeling Frank Warren and Tyson Fury are fixing things to let Joe and Zhang handle all the hard up and coming work, and let Fury sit there fighting bums or people with really slow feet who've got no chance, or people he's beat 5 times already, like Chisora, like Wilder. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%.